Hello all, this is Halloween, and if you love cemeteries and haunted places as much as I do, you may want to subscribe because I'm going to be taking you somewhere new every week. Today, we'll be headed to Seffner to visit the Mathews Private Cemetery. I don't know a whole lot of this cemetery as there wasn't really a lot of history online about it. It's a small cemetery. We'll see. Enjoy. We are here at Mathews Private Cemetery in Seffner. Let's go in and see what we can see. This is a very small cemetery, private cemetery. But I was looking online and I was intrigued because it looked like there was a lot of older headstones. And so I don't know when this cemetery was established, but we probably could figure it out by just finding the oldest headstone. There's not a lot here, so this one here was born 1891 and passed in 1907. Pretty old. Nellie Mathews. So this is the family that the cemetery is named for, evidently. Here's a Molly Mathews, born in 1882, died in 1889. So yeah, this is an old cemetery. It's kind of cool. This is Mathers. Henry Mathers, born March 10th, 1841 and passed in 1868. This has got to be one of the oldest in the Tampa area. This is Seffner, but this has got to be one of the older ones. Look at this. Fannie E. Branch. It says Fannie E., wife of J.M. Branch, born February 6, 1857. Passed in 1885. So very cool. Now here you can see a lot of the hands. This was very popular back in the 1800s, a popular design that's like a greeting into heaven. When you see the hands that are, the shaking hands like that. This one passed in 1873. 1917. Yeah. This cemetery has been here since the mid 1800s, according to these headstones. There's another branch, I think. That one's a little harder to read. Wow, cool. Oh, look at this. It's got the picture of the guy on it. Thomas J. Clark. There he is right there. There's a little damage on the picture. That almost looks like a shot, like a gun. Like it was shot at. You see all these marks right here? Several marks. Looks like it was shot at. That's wild. I've never seen that before. That doesn't look like just your typical fair wear and tear. Thomas J. Clark, born November 4th, 1874, died in 1928. Huh. That's interesting. Now, close to the back here, looks like all newer burials. So I'm sure there's still people being entered here. Look at this one. This is cool. This is an older one. August 1935. That's kind of neat looking. Lord, teach me to give back to thee the treasure thou didst lend to me. Let's take a picture. This is the newest headstone I see in here so far. February 22nd, 2002. This is a really small cemetery, so there's not a whole lot to see. But I think it's cool because of all the older headstones in here. Those are always my favorite, dating back to the 1800s. This is the Mathews Cemetery, and this is here is the Mathews plot. Right here, a bunch of Mathews buried right here in front. These look new, so these might have been replacement headstones. If your last name is Branch, you may have loved ones buried here. There are a lot of branches. The Branch family is everywhere in this cemetery. Branch, Mathews, Mathers. Not a whole lot to see here. It isn't a country, you know, a rural sort of little area here in Seffner. It's right off the road. So, but it's a quiet neighborhood and haven't been a lot of cars driving by, so you can actually come here and have a nice little stroll through the cemetery. It's quiet. Some dogs in the neighborhood. That's about it. But yeah, it was quaint but nice. We'll be heading out now. Hope you enjoyed it. We're here at India's Grill on Kennedy. Gonna go in and get a bite to eat. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I know it was a small cemetery, and this is going to be a short episode. But we were actually already in the Seffner area anyway because we went to a wine tasting with some friends. So of course I had to see what cemeteries were in that area. So we ended up at the Mathews Cemetery. And although it's not a big cemetery, there's still a lot of history there. So evidently interment started into that cemetery around the mid-1800s, and I'm going by the headstones. So it makes it one of the older cemeteries in the state of Florida. There were a lot of interesting and unique older headstones there. Of course, the ones with the hands on it, which I love. There are a bunch of different styles like that, and they all mean something different. So it was really cool to see more of those. There were war veterans. I think there were 8 from World War II. There was 1 from World War I, and even a veteran from Vietnam buried there as well. Despite it being quaint and kind of poorly maintained, it's still a bit of Florida history for you. That does it for today's episode. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the video on your way out. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.